All right, action.
Hello everybody. Today, we're going to be talking about a very requested video, which is what exactly will happen in the next season of Watchmen. Will there even be one? Because it did technically start as a limited episode series. We will find that all out right now, so keep on watching. But before we continue, we want to thank all of you that have supported us. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we post interesting videos just like this on a daily basis. Why is Watchmen Season 2 so highly requested? Watchmen scored 26 nominations, making it an expected champion and lead favorite of this year's Emmy Awards. It included nominations such as Outstanding Lead Actress in a Limited Series for Regina King, Outstanding Limited Series, and Directing and Writing nods. But with such high praise from viewers and critics, the adaptation of the dark comic saga by Damon Lindelof's perspective is not expected to move forward. This is some crushing news for the fans of the show, especially if we consider that the finale had an amazing cliffhanger ending and pushed viewers to be excited about another installment. We leave it off with Angela Abar when she eats an egg that's filled with supernatural powers in hopes of adopting the same powers Yahya Abdul-Mateen II had, who is otherwise known as Dr. Manhattan. But the show has never confirmed whether or not she has eaten the egg, making the future of the series even more uncertain. However, Damon didn't get fans hyped up for the following season while he was teasing the new HBO series October 2019 at New York Comic-Con. But we are wondering if he has changed his mind, since the series got a lot of recognition from the Emmy Awards. We will just have to wait and find out. Is Season 2 of Watchmen guaranteed to air on HBO? Despite getting a lot of positive reviews and praise from critics, as well as dominating HBO's slate, we're still not sure whether or not Watchmen will return for another season. It has been reported from the USA Today during early 2020 that HBO is only interested in releasing a second season of the show if the creator of the show is also willing to collaborate with them. For the moment, Damon has not accepted to start collaborating with HBO for a second season. HBO programming chief Casey Bloys claims that the creator of Watchmen has told HBO that he has no interest in creating another season for the show. Bloys also added that if HBO decides to go on with a second season themselves, it would be hard to do so without Damon being involved in it some way or another. The good news is that the show hasn't been officially canceled, since fans are demanding a second season. The whole network has to hopefully use every hint that Damon gave during the creation of the first season for them to create another go. But since it has been a long time that HBO has been saying this, it just looks like they're hopefully waiting for Damon to either switch his mind or come up with another idea that will work out for creating the second season. Casey Bloys even confirmed this himself when he was in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. He said that the last time he met Damon, they both were talking about what to do on the second season of the show. So that means that Damon does have an idea that he is excited about. We're thinking that whether or not Damon is in the picture, HBO will still want to renew Watchmen because the series received a lot of rewards, including prizes for characters like Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, Regina King, and both writers of the show, including Cord Jefferson and Damon himself. It also won the prize for Outstanding Limited Series. But we should keep in mind this was intended to be a limited series, which means that a second season wasn't planned to be released in the first place. If the second season is made, it also means that we will settle for watching the cast get back together in a hand-washing PCA. But because the news spread that the show might not come back for a second season, it caused a bit of a backlash. So the programming chief of HBO decided to tweet out a link declaring that the renewal of the show is still highly possible. And considering he has such a high status in HBO, it's quite a lot coming from him. So we are now all waiting for the announcement of when Watchmen Season 2 will get renewed. If Season 2 of Watchmen was made, what would be the plot of the whole story? Even though it seems like Watchmen Season 2 is a far-off dream by now, we cannot fully say that it won't happen. In an interview with the USA Today, Damon claimed that he was allowed HBO to take the project for themselves and the go-ahead to create another season of the show. But even though Damon gave them the green light to the network, they still refused to move forward with the project without him being there, which is very weird at this point. However, there is a possibility that a follow-up could be made in the form of an anthology, which would make more sense considering that Damon told HBO the complete story he had in mind for Watchmen. The programming chief of HBO has taken into consideration pursuing an anthology series, so if that happens, we'll not have the slightest clue of what to expect in Season 2 of Watchmen. If HBO does finally decide to connect Season 2 with the Season 1 storyline, it might go through whether or not Angela got the supernatural powers of Dr. Manhattan. Season 2 could also make her appear as more of a superhuman than a superhero, if we stick to the conversations she has regarding Dr. Manhattan with Will Reeves, who's played by Louis Gossett Jr. So, we would be witnessing a world of grappling if Angela hadn't ended up gaining Dr. Manhattan's powers. There are also many throwaway references from Dan Dreiberg, the character played by Patrick Wilson, is Laurie's ex and also a former night owl, after Dan and Laurie, who is played by Jean Smart, were captured while doing some vigilante work. Laurie ended up joining the FBI. By the end of this part, it was clear that Laurie was still highly concerned about her ex-husband and gave many night owl references all across the series. Considering that Dan's ship is in the final episode of Season 1, it is highly possible for him to make an appearance in the second season. On the other hand, Adrian Veint's criminal actions against the human race might finally come to the surface. Wade still has the taped confession, which was originally the message sent to Robert Redford, and with all Adrian in Laurie's custody, he may finally come back to Earth to face trial and be held accountable. But don't get too excited with these theories, because nobody can determine what will happen to these characters if Damon won't. So we'll just have to live with the amazing cliffhanger of Watchmen Season 1 forever if another season never gets released. The reason why Damon Lindelof doesn't want to make a second season of the show. The creator of Watchmen announced that he does not like the idea of a second season of Watchmen being released just because people are demanding it. He claimed that he was very appreciative of how well the season was received by fans, even after a lot of time passed since it was aired. He didn't want to appear ungrateful, but he doesn't have any inclination or motive whatsoever to go for another season. This is all exclusively based on the fact that he has run out of ideas on how to make a second cliffhanger finale. He also added that if he ever will be involved in any project that has to do with Watchmen, he needs to be completely confident to answer all the questions people have, such as the why, where, and when of the plots. Damon mirrored his remarks when he was interviewed by The Hollywood Reporter. Here, he claimed that he would be interested in seeing how the future of Watchmen projects will dive deeper into its expansive universe. The creator of the show also said that he does find it very interesting as to where the story could go next. But most importantly, he is currently thinking of how Season 2 of the show could continue with interesting adventures. He explained that it is the same thing that happened in TV series such as Breaking Bad and Lost. Damon also added that Watchmen can accommodate a larger space of storytelling, unlike TV series such as True Detective and Fargo. Regina King is supportive of filming another season. The actress claimed that if she had the opportunity of acting in the second season of Watchmen, she would do it in the snap of a finger. However, Regina also noted that Damon doesn't have a clear idea for both the entry point and end of Season 2. But even if Damon wasn't a part of the production team, she would gladly be willing to contribute to filming another season. She told The Hollywood Reporter that she wants Season 2 of Watchmen to be as good as Season 1. But for now, it seems like a very big mountain to climb. Regina also stated that there's a part of her that feels like Season 2 of the show will top Season 1, but there is another part of her that thinks that the powers that she will gain in Season 2 will not be something that will keep fans hooked for the rest of the episodes. The possibilities of releasing a second season are endless, but unless Damon does not approve of being a part of it, then there will likely be a chance of no return for Watchmen. What do you think will happen to the show? Will it go on to appear for a second season, or will it just remain a limited series? Let us know what you think down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more daily videos such as this one. Thank you for watching. Until next time.